Okay, so we're going to look at cylinders, their volume and their surface area. So to start, for this video, it's going to be really straightforward. There's no, I suppose, finding unknowns or anything like that. The only unknown you will be finding is the volume of the cylinder, the volume of the surface, or the surface area of the cylinder. So just to kind of tell you like what volume is. So if we think about this cylinder here, and we just imagine it's, I don't know, a box of Pringles, something like that. Like what the volume up here actually represents is the space occupied in here. So in this whole cylinder. So that's what volume actually is. So when anyone asks you to calculate the volume, that's what you're finding. So our volume is pi r squared h. So in our log tables, just be like pi r squared h. They're all stuck together, so you know they're multiplying. So in the printed formula there, I have the multiplies in. Pi is just a number in your calculator. We all should be familiar with that number. R stands for radius and H stands for height. So if we pretend, so we'll draw a quick cylinder here. Now obviously it's not great drawing, but if we say from here to here is 6, and we'd say the height is 10. And you're asked to find the volume of it. So if we just think of the top of the shape there, so if I just zoom in, no I can't. Okay, never mind. If we think of the top shape there, it's actually a circle, okay? So if the full length of the circle is 6, think of, we would call that the diameter of the circle. So from here to here would represent the radius. And the radius therefore would be 3. So we have our radius, we have our height, and our pi is on our calculator. So we can definitely find the volume of this. So we'll have volume is equal to pi times our radius, which is 3 squared, because it's radius squared, times our height, which is 10. Now in a lot of the questions they'll actually just define the radius, they won't give you the diameter at all, they just put that in. So you go to your calculator, and if you multiply that, it's going to give you 90 pi. Sometimes they'll ask for your answer in pi, so 90 pi centimetres cubed, because it's volume, will suffice as your answer. But if they ask to decimal places, so put 90 pi into your calculator, and then SD to get your decimal places, so you'd have 282.74 centimetres cubed. So the volume of that cylinder we just drew even is 282.74. So then we have surface area. So sometimes they ask you to find the surface area of the cylinder, and the surface area is just the outside. So the area at the outside, so the area of this here, the area of this whole, if you think it's a cylinder, it's going to go the whole way around, and the area at the bottom. So in your log tables, they'll have the volume formula, and they'll have the curved surface area, which is the CSA. Okay, and this is really important, because that is just the curved surface area. But in some exam questions, they can ask you for the total surface area. And these are two different things, okay? So if we think of the curved surface area, so you're thinking of your box of Pringles, and you're thinking of this part of it, this is your curved surface area. If you think at the top of it, the lid is flat and the base of it is flat, okay? So the curved surface area represents the central part, like around the outside of it. So your formula for your curved surface area is 2 pi r h. Again, these are all stuck together, so it's going to be 2 by pi by r by h. Okay? But if we think of, if they ask you, say, in your exam to find the total surface area, you have to take into account that there's a circle on top here, and there's a circle on the bottom here. So if you're thinking of your box of Pringles, you're thinking of your lid, and you're thinking of your base of your box of Pringles. That has to be added in if you're thinking of the total surface area, not just the curved part. So the total, so they are circles, as we said. So the total surface area is kind of self-explanatory. It's going to be our 2 pi r h plus, and the 2 pi r h represents the curved part, so the cylindrical part of our Pringles, plus 2 pi r squared, because we know pi r squared is a circle. So the fact that there's 2 represents the lid, and the second one represents the base. So and that's your formula for total surface area. So if we remember, so we'll just draw the cylinder that we had earlier on, say. So we knew that the radius, so from the top of the circle in, was 3, and the height of the cylinder we said was 10. So if they asked us to find the total surface area of this, area, we can go to our log tables, but our log tables is only going to tell us the curved surface area, so we need that in order to find the total surface area anyway. So we'll add the curved, so you're thinking this part here, the curved surface area is 2 pi or h, but we have to remember they want everything, so we're thinking about the top, we're thinking about the bottom, so we're thinking about this part, and we're thinking about this part, so 2 pi or squared, because 2 circles. So we'll input what we know, so 2 times pi times our radius is 3 times our height, which is 10, plus, so we're going to do that part together, 2 times pi times our radius squared. So go to your calculator, so 2 by 3 by 10 is going to be 60 pi, plus 2 by 3 squared would be 2 by 9, which would be 18 pi, which gives us 78 pi. So it's area, remember, it's still area, so you should know your units are going to be centimetres squared. But what if they asked us to give it in to 1 decimal place? So you're going to put 78 pi into your calculator, SD it, and that gives us 245, we'll say 2 decimal places because it's 0.4 centimetres squared. So that means the total surface area of the cylinder that we have here is 254.04 centimetres. So that included the curved surface area part, which you know goes all the way around front and back, but it also included the circle at the top and the circle at the bottom. So just remember, if they just ask you for the curved surface area, you're actually just looking for the yellow part on that diagram. Yeah, so that's cylinders for finding the volume and finding the total surface area. As I said, it's just a simple video on it, and we'll get on to the more complicated videos